everybody, what's going on today? Welcome to the channel. Today we've got the first video on the channel of MLB The Show 20. So we're going to go over how to complete the Conquest map, which is a great way to get started in the game if you're new to Diamond Dynasty or if you're a returning player. So you guys do me a favor, as always, make sure to smash that like button, subscribe to the channel, subscribe. And what I'm going to do is I'm going to give you a brief overview of how to complete the Conquest map. So let's look at the goals real quick for it first. We've got conquer all ALE strongholds. And if you're brand new to it, let me explain what a stronghold is real quick. The strongholds are all these parts on the map that are marked by the team's logo. Okay, this is the stronghold. So this is where they're going to have the most of their fans. And think of this game, if you've ever played the game Risk, the board game, it's a little bit like that. So your goal is to try to take over the map, to take over the country and rule over all of these other teams, okay? So conquer all ALE strongholds, you get 200 stubs and a show pack. Same for the Central, same for the West, National League as well, same things. You've got acquire 25 million fans, that'll get you 100 stubs. So I'll show you how to get fans here in just a second. Thief in the Making, steal 3 million fans. I'll show you how to do that as well, but you only have to steal, it looks like 3 million here to complete that that task, so that's pretty easy. Let's see, acquire 100 million fans. Like I said, I'll show you how to do that. Oh, here's still 15 million fans, so you'd have to do some steal fans games here to complete these first few ones. Let's see here, ever-growing fan base, acquire 250 million fans, and you get 84 overall Frank Thomas. Not a bad card right here. Decent power on this card, so very good one. Let's see here, we've got steal 30 million fans, conquer 100 territories, 250 territories. Then you get this Willie Mays card here pretty much once you complete the map. So this is capture all team strongholds. So after you do this, you're going to get this Willie Mays card. Nice card, man. Really kind of a platoon card almost against lefties, but that defense and the speed might keep him in your lineup possibly. So we'll have to see how this card goes for sure. But all right, so anybody that's not really familiar with Conquest and how it works, they're going to start you at this point right here. Now, I haven't created a logo or team uniforms for my squad yet, so you're not going to see any of that in here. So here's where I start, is right on this point here. If you see where I'm at right now in the middle of the map, they always start you in the same spot. Now, the way this works is you gain fans on each turn, okay? And each turn is like a complete cycle all the way through the reinforced steal fans, move fans, and attack. Different levels kind of the turn. So what you want to do is every 3 hexes on the map, and these are the hexes right here. So every 3 hexes you get, when you get to the reinforced reinforce part. So if I take 3 more, it's going to give me 4 million fans to reinforce. So for every 3 hexes you take, you get an extra million fans to reinforce on the next round. All right. So if you'll notice by looking at the map, this left side of the map is a little bare as far as opponents and teams go. You always want to start doing Conquest by moving to the left part of the US map. All right. And like I said, look at this big giant gap right here. And what this will allow you to do is it'll allow you to not have to play as many steal fans games. You'll be able to complete this map much faster. So the fact that you can you could do your first steal fans game maybe for turn 1 against the Rockies. I did it against the Rangers because I wanted to see the new ballpark, so that's why I did it. But you should probably go for the Rockies as your first steal fans game. And then what you're going to want to do is you're just going to, let's see, I'll go ahead and reinforce here. You're just kind of got to move across the map. We can skip to the attack phase here. And if you need to know how to skip, you can just hold the options button down or press the options button and it'll pop it up for you. So we're going to take these empty spots. Look, you'll find hidden rewards along the way, so that's nice too. But what we do is we take all these little empty spots, and then when you get to, let's go to the reinforced phase again. We're going to skip ahead a few times here. I'm going to try to work my way towards the Rockies. Ordinarily, you'd want to take like these spots here and kind of fill up this spot all around them and surround the other team. But when you get to the other team here, and I don't recommend doing it when it's a 1 million versus 1 million and you only have a medium chance of winning, you simulate these games, all right? And wait till you have here, we'll skip ahead and I bet it'll show it. It's like a 3-1 or 4-1 and it'll probably give you a decent shot of winning. Here we go. Here's going to be a 4-1, I guess is what it's going to show. 4-2. All right, so you got a decent shot of winning this one. You can simulate this game. Let's see if we win. Our team does. Look, we lose no fans on it. They lose 2. So we get to move over top of their spots when you do that. And you want to be able to do that across the whole map. Now, the only games that you are forced to play are going to be these ones against the strongholds, which, like I said, are the icons that are listed here on the channel. I apologize, guys, if I sound really tired. Like, it's almost 2 o'clock in the morning on launch night recording this too, so I apologize. But let me continue on with it. Sorry. But yeah, so what you want to do is you want to take over all of these hexes on this side of the map first, because, like I said, you'll be able to move this one space around the map, taking over strongholds much easier because you'll get easier matchups. The more fans you have and the less they have on one of their strongholds, the more likely you are to get a game like on Rookie or Veteran or All-Star, as opposed to on Legend or Hall of Fame, which is what you want to steer away from. If you do this right, and the way I'm teaching you, you can actually play every single game in the entire map on Rookie, maybe 1 or 2 games on Veteran at the most. So don't be afraid to skip turns. It doesn't matter how many turns you complete all this in. But like I said, if you work this left side of the map, you'll build up one space. And this is what I do. I don't keep multiple spaces with 2 or 3 or 4 in the stronghold, or on the hexes in these spots that I already own. I just move one piece around the map. Now, eventually you'll have that one piece full. It can only hold 99 fans listed on there. So you'll have to like roll them over into another one. You can find 2 to move around at that point in the map. And you'll kind of figure it out from there. But really getting past this first part, if you can do this, is the most important thing to continue on and be able to keep going. And you'll finish the map much faster doing this, because trust me, if you do the right side of the map first, all right, by the time you get to the left side and you're moving through all these empty spaces and just having to sit here and simulate game after game after game after game for like 30 minutes, 45 minutes, it gets really annoying. So it feels like it takes twice as long if you do the right side of the map. So do the left side of the map, I promise you. But what you'll do is, don't be afraid, like I said, to skip turns. If you don't want to play, let's say I don't have enough fans here anymore and I want to skip to the next phase, I'll go skip to steal fans phase. And maybe I want to play the Rockies and steal some more fans. Well, I could if I want. Or I can just hit the options button and skip to the reinforce phase. Now I can reinforce and put 8 million fans on this spot. And now when I move it around, like I'm gonna, I can take more hexes. And remember, for every 3 hexes you take, you get an extra million fans on your next turn. So now that I've gone and moved around and taken a bunch of these empty hexes at the beginning, I'll have more fans for the next time. We go to reinforce. We're going to be at 7 now. If you remember, I had skipped a couple of turns ahead. That's why I had more on that last move than 7. Let's see. We'll keep moving around here real quick. I just got to show you the basis for how I get started on it. All right, we got 1 more left. We'll take that one too. All right, we can skip to the reinforced phase. And now look, now we have 8 when we start. So see, we gained 1 more. We might have been like 1 shy of gaining a second one, which is fine. It's going to happen from time to time. But you see what I mean? If you take over this first section here, we're going to simulate this game and probably take out the Rockies real quick. We did. Awesome. Take the rest of these empty hexes. We're finding some hidden rewards along the way, so that's awesome. I did already get a live series diamond Alex Bregman as a post-game reward for playing on Rookie in Conquest. So that was cool. So it's opening night of the game, so I thought that was pretty neat to share with you guys. But here we go. So now that I've built up quite a little stand over here, you can see all these little spots and hexes that I've taken over. Now I'm ready to build up maybe 1 spot and challenge the Rockies. So here's what I'll do. I'll skip to the reinforced phase. I'll take this 1 space right here, get it to 11. Let's see. We'll go ahead and just take that little 2 hex right there, simulate this game. Nice. Didn't take any fans away from us, so that worked out well. And when you want to skip to the other people's turn, just hit the square button and it skips the AI moves a little bit quicker than if you just let it go on its own. All right, we're going to skip to the reinforced phase again. We're going to take this 10, add another 10 to it. Skip to the attack phase. Let's see what difficulty we would play the Rockies on. So right now we would play the Rockies on veteran difficulty. So if you wanted to go ahead and play this game on veteran difficulty, you could. You'd probably eliminate them and take the Rockies completely out of the map, and you would now own 2 strongholds. Your original one you started with, and this one right here. Now, you want to notice that some of these strongholds that you have sitting back here, as you start to get a lot of fans in this one spot that you move around, if you notice some of these other spots right back here, we're going to skip to the steel fans phase actually here, just so I can show you exactly what I'm fixing to tell you. Skip ahead. See how they're getting dangerously close to that starting stronghold? Now, the AI or the computer can actually take your stronghold and challenge your stronghold. So that sometimes can be a pain in the butt. But if you see that, you can move some fans over here real quick and then take these couple of spots away, move them a little further back from your stronghold, and then they're less likely to challenge you. So see there, I backed them off by taking a couple of those spots. Plus, you're earning a couple fans back, too, along the way. So a few million fans is how it's actually determined. But if you do this, if you follow this method around the entire map, and I know I've just showed you a brief example of it, but I swear, if you follow this method the entire way around the U.S. map, and what I like to do is I'll start up here. Like I said, I'll do Seattle and then Oakland and San Francisco. We'll do the Angels and the Dodgers. Work down here to do the Padres and the Diamondbacks. And then we'll just kind of work across the center and move our way up and down. You know, anyway, you'll get kind of a flow to it after you get going. Really, the only part that matters as far as the order you go, in my opinion, is to go to the left side first, just because it allows you to build up that one main position to be able to move around. But hopefully this makes sense to you guys. If you guys have any questions, as always, make sure to put them in the comments of the video. I answer every single comment that comes into the channel. You'll always feel free to contact me there. And yeah, if you have any questions at all, just ask them. And we'll be doing lots of videos and streams throughout the rest of the week here and the first week of the game. So you guys do me a favor. As always, though, make sure to smash that like button, subscribe to the channel, subscribe, and we will catch you guys on the next one. Thanks.